Welcome to Vintage Coin-Op Restorations and Evans 1948 Batascore. In my opinion, this is probably the crown jewel of all baseball machines um, because all the other machines during the time were basically balls that were put on pedestals, balls that rolled down ramps, balls that came out from underneath the play field. But in this game, the pitcher actually picks up a ball and throws it overhand right to the batter. You're also looking at probably one of the nicest original Batascores I've ever seen. Um, though we do want to do a little bit of restoration on it. We have already done a lot of detailed cleaning and some polishing, but there's a couple things that I think I would like to sprucing up a little bit. Though I do see different shades of orange on the entire machine. I kind of like that, but one of the things that gets kind of lost right here is you'll see that there is a light shadow line where there are some graphics, and I'd like to see those picked up a little bit in your more like Cherokee red coloring. Also, I'm looking at spots where there's a black paint missing. I'd like to have those touched up, but overall, not a whole lot I'd want to do to it. I'd like to keep this in the original condition as possible. Though here we're missing a piece of veneer that I'd like to see replaced. And as you come around, you do see there's spots where the veneer has completely rippled, and not a whole lot you can do to that. You can't get this machine apart, and by injecting something in there is probably not going to do it, just because the wood has a memory now, and it's just going to pull back right to its original the way it's been for all these years. The finish on here is kind of a satin finish. Pretty happy with that. Though maybe a little polishing of some of the metal would be nice, but right now it looks very good. I could see maybe these polished a little more, but this one might be brass, so it might come out a little bit different. As same thing with this one across is brass. When we come around to the other side, same thing. You're getting a little bit of oxidation to the paint, just because this thing probably sat in a window and it just kind of lost its pure strength of the Cherokee red that was on here. And for whatever reason, here again we see the emblem on the side, pretty much gone. Not bad. You do see it. It's just one of the calls that we got to make on this machine, whether or not we leave it or spruce it up a little bit and get a little color in there. But some of the big things that I like to see is any place where there's, a scratch where black paint should have been, I'd like to, do a little touch up on that. Here's another one over here. Just a little cleanup. Again, sometimes there's spots like this one here, this big crack, and what happened is someone already injected glue inside that a long time ago, and there's no way we're pushing that back in. You can even see some of the glue residue up on top of it. Now the playfield is also all original. It has not been touched up, though I am going to try to clean it and try maybe to do a little bit if I possibly could, but with this being almost the best one we've ever come across, to touch something up, I don't think we can make it look like someone didn't touch it up. It'll have to be a kind of another one of those decisions that wherever there's a little bit of green paint missing, do we do our best and just touch that section up. Airbrushing it or fanning it will just make it I think look more obvious that we've been inside here. And this being such a nice original, I really don't think we should go too far with it. On the front of the machine, you see that the color most likely did come across the whole front here. So maybe a light overspray of the Cherokee red to pick up the color, because the door is a bright Cherokee red. So when you put the two together, they do stand out. One of the things that we see on this original door plate is somebody decided to paint W on there in the front. It's very possible that the W has been clear coated over it, because I do see quite a bit of a sheen, but at the same time I'd like to either paint over it and get rid of it that way, or maybe possibly try to get through that layer of clear coat and get rid of the W. Two things that I do see here on the front door panel is down here at the bottom there's veneer missing, and also here in the top, which I would like to touch up. But basically, in my opinion, I think we should just do as little as possible to this. The inside of the machine, as you can see, is absolutely perfect, spotless, and very, very clean. We went over the whole inside, and very happy with everything inside there. The legs are very strong, stable, no issues. But over the years, many layers of finish and miscellaneous colorants they might have put in there. Possibly maybe polish the bolts, but at this level, I think they should be left alone. The only thing that's really not original on this machine is the back glass. The back glass is a reproduction, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but something this old and had that kind of a glass that perfect most likely was a reproduction. Even with our backdrop inside the game. Very, very nice. Maybe some black striping around the letters, where, like, a perfect example is like the word triple. Your P is broken up just from being smacked there so many times that a little bit of the black paint's gone. So those are the little things that I think that maybe I can go back in and do a little bit of touch up. Maybe same thing with the word foul down there. I'd like to pick that up and get that done. Overall, even the men have been repainted sometime, but you know what? They're really not that bad. They show a little wear, just like the rest of the machine, and quite happy with it. Also, what you never see in any of these machines, it's really rare, and it's the most desirable is to have the little picture behind here. And he's also got a what is it? The mitt up in the air. Because usually what happened, if that pitcher wasn't there, you'd have this little pitcher here. I'm sorry, not pitcher, catcher. The pitcher would throw the ball and it would go smack right up against the glass. So there you have it. We need some more, basically it's a 1/4-inch BB that this pitcher is actually thrown. So let's just energize the game so we can. We gotta wait for the ball to come up. Here we go. Unfortunately, I only have one ball inside there right now, so it's got to go all the way through the whole cycle. And here we go. This one has the ball. So did you see that? It actually hits the bat. So the game has been fine-tuned, and all you have to do, it sounds pretty easy, is literally mechanically by hand hit the ball into 20,000 points for the home run up on top there. If you have one of these machines for sale, or you need one restored, Give us a call. We're located in Chicago, Illinois. Our phone number is area code 630-624-7466. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to our videos so you can see all the new machines coming to the warehouse.